is, and the one that I think I had heard from Eckhart Tolle is, what's the story I'm telling? Like, what is it that I'm thinking in my head about myself, about what's going on, my relationships, being a parent, how I am at work, whether I'm an individual contributor or a manager. And we frame it up as stories because what I want people to understand more than anything else is that the narrative that you have in your head can be changed. And from my standpoint is, if you want meaning and you want happiness, like really authentic happiness, it's all about recognizing that it's a story and then doing what you need to do to change it. Makes sense?
I got a question there.
Shoot.
There are so many stories, though. There are so many stories. Like, are you trying to like, okay, make a self like biography, you know, autobiography in your head, try to like use the extract of it all? So
not really.
What do you exactly mean by story?
So what I'm saying is, if you think about how you think about yourself and the world around you, that thinking, it comes in two basic forms. One is in literally in words. We have a little narrator in our head that's always talking to us, and a lot of people don't even recognize that they have that, because it's very quiet until you learn to listen to it. And then then the other thing that happens in terms of story is that we also visualize things. I may look out at the street and see a beautiful car and think to myself, and just feel bad, like, I don't have that. I don't really want one of those, right? So stories is your what I want to do is define your thinking in terms of words and in terms of the pictures in your head, as bundle those all up as stories. And we have different. Go ahead.
Okay. So for example, if I look at a car and I feel envious that, oh, okay, I probably don't have it myself, then there's a story going on in my head. Oh, I remember the time I had my first car. Oh, it looked like this. And do you mean that is sort of a flashback? Okay,
absolutely. All of that. It can be any of that. It's however you're looking at any situation, past, present, or future, that that you have a feeling around, is basically it. You know, what you're doing is, when you saw that car and it reminded you of a car from when you were a kid, that's really a pretty cool story. Like, it's a feel-good story. But the other way that story can go is, oh, look at that guy, he's got that car, I wish I could have that, I don't have it, I suck, blah blah blah, or whatever the case may be. Does that make sense? So
it does make sense. Yeah.
And it's not saying, it's not about creating a story of who I am. It's not really it. It's not like
sort of creating self-reflection, like you're reflecting on your own memories and your thoughts.
But individually, in topic by topic. So think about it. There's some places for me, I've been married for a long time, and I'm over the moon for my wife. And so like, my story there isn't that big, because I just feel good. I've had issues with business success in the past that have been really, really big struggles for me. So I can be, in some places, have really good stories about what's going on, super comfortable, make you feel good. And in other places, stories that don't feel good, and I feel, And so really where this whole thing started, it was this idea of, we're so good at driving ourselves insane. And so those tend to be stories that don't serve us and make us feel icky. And those are the ones that we typically need to work on, right? If I've got a great relationship with my wife, I mean, I've got to do the work, but it's not like, figuring out how to be more successful in business and have a better attitude about it.